We take off from Florence, South Carolina, and race 25 miles northeast towards the city of Dillon. But before we get there, we discovered the flood isn't over yet. In some places, it's just getting started.
It's a very dynamic situation as the water comes and goes.
This is Nichols, South Carolina, population 408. The water you see below us was not here yesterday.
Yeah, all these guys are coming back in. They're all trying to come back into Nichols.
We found places that were worse than they were yesterday. Well, those people might have hit that desperation point, might have wanted to get out of there.
If this is Nichols, then all that water that we saw yesterday finally got here. Yeah, all this wasn't here yesterday.
We are riding with U.S. Customs and Border Protection Air and Marine Operations. They have the helicopters, and they came running.
This is an all-in response to Hurricane Florence. We have folks from Bellingham, Washington, Tucson, Arizona, San Diego, New Orleans, Miami, Jacksonville, just to name a few.
Traffic.
There are other helicopters all around us, some from National Guard, some from utility companies.
I got air traffic helicopter at 1 o'clock. I got him over there, Jamie. Yeah, we saw.
Down below, where there should be no traffic, we saw signs that people are still driving through floodwaters.
Yeah, there's the truck. That's a lot of water. I don't think anybody would make it down that road.
A lot of debris. Yeah, a lot, right? Yeah, this one has a lot more debris down here now. All that debris we saw
the stuff we saw yesterday up there is down here.
We saw a lot of places that were completely cut off. The roads were underwater. Complete neighborhoods were isolated and no way in or out.
Easy on your turn.
After about an hour, we made it to Dillon, where so far 92 people have been rescued from rooftops and flooded vehicles. City officials tell us one elderly man found himself stuck on the roof of his car before rescue workers in a boat found him and carefully led him to safety.
After a few days without electricity, the situation gets pretty desperate.
Here in Dillon, South Carolina, some roads are still 8 to 10 feet underwater. I-95 is shut down here. The highway's famous billboards underwater. If it comes down to it, we do have the air rescue equipment on board, but look at what we found right out this window, surrounded by floodwater. Some kids having a good time jumping around on their trampoline. Even though they're surrounded by all these still rising floodwaters amid all this death and destruction, the human spirit endures. With Air and Marine Operations from U.S. Customs and Border Protection, I'm Dave Malkoff, the Weather Channel.